What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the rizz Legends. I'm here with, if you knew who. Stop clapping, fucker. I'm about to take your soundboard away. So, welcome back. Kind of doing this thing a little bit last minute. Hopefully it's not going to be another Roast Alex session.
Probably will.
I'm here with my best friend Ty and my buddy Blazin, which he's not in his office. He was at Lowe's when I talked to him about 10 minutes ago. We're going to text him
So
saying,
not here yet.
huh?
So that means he's not here yet. You just said you're here with him and he's not here.
I must have messed something up in my sound for that one. But anyways, so how was your day, brother? Oh crap. I brought you all the way to zero somehow. How the fuck did that happen? Anyway, sorry, they didn't hear you.
How did you have me at 0 when we were just talking?
I was messing with the volumes because I was trying to see if I could cut your background noise.
I got you. There you go.
Oh, thank you. I was just trying to see what else Discord has to offer. Oh yeah, I gotta take this down. Oh, well, it's a Saturday, dude.
Yeah. Just taking you how long to realize that?
Why do the weekends go by so fast? Like they always, it feels like the whole week takes so long to get to the point of being. During the week, it takes so long to be the weekend, and then the weekend just flies by. Oh, wrong one. Well, let's see. Let's see if I can get a news break. Yeah, this time I was not prepared for a stream. Let's see what trending stories there are. Okay. Okay, so apparently, this is the story I'm looking at right now. There was an people in the state of Texas are outraged after a rogue judge sets a bond for a capital murder suspect who is accused of killing a Houston area deputy just one day after his co-defendant, another capital murder suspect, was released on bail. How can people that get put on murder charges, they get bailed out, but people that do a weed charge get their bonds so high that they can't bail out? It's just it's weird. Our society is weird. There's a lot of football stuff coming up. The the draft turbine has started Friday. So a lot of people are. All right, Tyler, let's talk about your Shrek thing. Let's talk about that.
What about it?
So a lot of people are saying that it doesn't look like it. I say it looks a little bit. It's Disneyfied, yes, but I think it looks. I think it looks a lot more, or it looks cleaner. But what they did back in 2000 when they first made the first Shrek movie, it looked good. But I just, I'm just ready to see it. I want to see if it's going to be if it's going to be good, or if it's going to be,
I think it's gonna be horrible.
or if it'll be super Disney or Disneyfied or whatever it's called.
I think it's gonna be horrible.
There's a lot of talks about the colors on this website. All right, listen to this story. Oh, fuck off, stupid ad. All right, few this is a story that's name is Help Me. A few years ago, my boss went on a holiday for a couple of weeks to Spain. Midway through the holiday, he got a phone call from the police informing him that his sister had passed away in a fire in her flat. So he rushes back home early, deals with the police and the passing and everything. My employers told him to take some time off to grieve, which he did. When he came back from work on Monday, or came back to work Monday morning, a few weeks later, we invited him into our coffee room to talk to and offer him our sympathy and support. About half an hour later, he excuses himself to start work. He walks into his office, sits down at his desk, turns on his computer, checks to see if there's any answer phone messages, and the very first message that plays is his sister screaming down the phone, help me, I'm trapped, I can't breathe." How messed up would you be if that was you? Like, you were on trip, you were on a vacation, and you got a or police call you saying, "Hey, your sister or family member passed away," while you were gone. Then come to work and find out that there was a message left on your work phone that you left at the office saying, help me, I can't breathe." My grandfather told me the story about how one time he was sitting in a chair in the front of the house when he heard his wife repeatedly calling for him inside the house. The thing is, my grandmother passed away a few years ago. Before that, he told me that the voice was so pressing he actually got up to look inside the house. As soon as he got up, he heard a loud crash behind him and turned around to see the chair he was sitting in moments ago had been crushed by a cast iron girl that fell on it. If he didn't come inside the house, he would have probably been seriously injured. Every time I think about it, it gives chills down my spine. That's just luck. I don't see how that's scary. These are supposed to be scary stories. Utah boy discovered his parents and three brothers deceased after arriving home in assault. Okay, in September 2014, a Utah boy discovered his parents and three brothers deceased after arriving home. The Salt Lake Tribune reported finding out a to-do list in the house, which is including tasks like feed pets, find someone to watch the house, written on it. The found list gave the impression of parents were preparing to go on vacation. However, there was no suicide note, no warning that they would do this, no explanation. After autopsies, autopsies,
You got it. You can do it.
autopsies, it was relieved that the five family members consumed
Really?
a lethal con-
Do you mean reveal?
concoction of drugs that September day. However,
Oh,
why and how the parents and kids consumed the drugs remained a mystery. Sometime later, police revealed more terrifying information about the case. According to the family member statements, the parents' motivations include believing that the world end was near and frequently spoke of leaving this world. Apparently, scared of an apocalypse, the parents poisoned their kids and themselves. That's just sad. That's not scary. If you're so scared of an apocalypse happening, you kill your whole family.
why not? You wouldn't do the same thing?
I wouldn't kill my family. I'd go sit with them and wait. Like if a meteor's coming, I'm gonna go to where my child is and sit there with him. I'm not killing him. Nope. And if we survive, we survive. But if we don't, I'm with my family. I don't think would have the guts to do
You don't love your family?
that. I do love my family. Ooh, a perfect crime on November 10th. Ooh, this is old. 1923. Nathan Leopard or Leopold committed a to travel 6 hours from Chicago to the University of Michigan, accompanied by his friend and lover Richard Loeb. They intended to break into Loeb's former uh, fraternity, fraternity, but all they had taken was a typewriter, a few watches, some Pink's knives, Penske's, and around $80 in loose change. Leopold was irritated on the way back. I'm just going to say irritated. Irritated on the way back to Chicago because the robbery had been a big effort for a small profit. When Leopold finally stopped complaining, Leob, Leob, Leob began to discuss his idea of committing a perfect crime while they continued traveling through the country roads towards Chicago. They broke into several houses and started a few fires, but none of their crimes have been published in the media. Leo desired to commit a crime that would create a huge buzz, an abduction and a homicide of a child. After plotting their plan through the winter, in May they kidnapped a child they knew had a wealthy family who would pay a ransom. Following the abduction, they beat the boy's skull with a chisel, jammed a rag down his throat, and disposed of the body. When the two returned to the city, Leopold dropped the ransom letter in the post box. However, they planned to execute the perfect crime failed. The following day, a passerby spotted the child's lifeless body, and soon the police traced Leopold by finding the eyeglasses he dropped near the body. On May 31st, 10 days after the homicide, both young men claimed clean and revealed to the state's attorney how they had slayed Bobby Franks. Nathan confessed that they killed Bobby only for the thrill of it at the time of the murder. Richard Richard Lebo and Nathan Leopold were 18 and 19 years old. They were sentenced to 99 years each. That's fucked up for back in 90 or back in 23. I can't even say that. I gotta actually go 1923.
Capital murder.
Hey, what's up, Blazing?
What's up, man? What's up? I'm back.
Oh, great.
What's good with you?
Oh, got home. This is supposed to be scary horror stories, and they're not even scary. They're just like fuck. That's fucked up.
Man, there's never any scary horror stories, man. It's like bullcrap stories. Bam.
uh, well, listen to this one.
It's like,
In 2007,
like who?
ABC. Go ahead. Sorry.
Wait, hold on. These ho- horror stories? No, I'm
These
just
are
saying horror stories. I'm just like,
50.
what are we
This is
talking about?
54
Horror
true
stories or like
horror stories.
bullshit? 54.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
in,
back in the mix, baby.
in 2007,
Look, you want to hear?
go ahead.
Hold on. You want to hear a horror story?
Sure.
Alex's love life.
A horror story. A horror story is like you thinking you about to get some and you get none. That's a horror story. That's usually Alex. Ah, just pulling your legs, man. Just pulling your legs, man.
And I literally asked Tyler at the beginning of the stream. I said, "How long are you? Or is it going to be another Bully Alex day?" And he goes, "Of course."
No, we're not bullying. We're not bullying Alex. It's not a bully Alex day. It's nighttime, man. So it's not daytime. So you can't say we're
Okay,
bully
Bully
Alex
night.
day.
It's Alex Bully night.
No, but hey, no, I got it. You remember that remember the conversation we had about those those chicks, the chick that had what was it? The that had that like long list of stuff for the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
relationship. Um well, I want to touch base back on that one cuz
Okay.
I was thinking about it a little bit and I was like, man, this is some crazy joint with her with this whole long list, right? And then like what kind of got me a
Mm-hmm.
little bit is like just to explain something. I realized something. It's like how you say you say you know what you want in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
And so like I get it that some people want
Oh,
certain things in a
that's too.
relationship, certain
Yeah.
um their mindset and whatnot. It's like it's like you make these long lists into going into a relationship, but like is it really realistic? Like you know what I'm saying? Is it realistic? Like to the point where like you're saying you want a man with like 6 foot,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
great abs, or like we saying like men saying, hey, I want a woman that's beautiful, got she's got the rack and she's got the back and she dresses sexy, and like is it really realistic that we're like looking at, like, we're objectifying each other, you know what I'm saying, instead of actually getting to know each other.
Yeah.
So like I feel like we're now at a stage in the dating realm that is more objective versus subjective. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what's your thought on that?
I mean, no matter how you look at this, it's always going to be, um, it's going to be, people are going to have their preferences, and no matter what, there's going to be.
Ah,
I forgot
wow.
Tyler has a soundboard he can use.
He said crickets.
The people that are like very high expectation, or has a high expectation of a person they want to be with for the rest of their life, they don't realize that everybody else has an expectation too. So when they are in a conversation before they ever start dating somebody, they go, "Well, I want this, this, and this," and the other person goes, "Well, I want this and this and this." "Well, are you this person?" "No." "Are you this person?" "No." And it's just like they go, "Well, I can't find anybody," because you're looking way too far. So
Right.
it's one of those things where you, as a person, you can't say, "I want I want a 5'5" girl with big old honkers with, you know." That was perfect timing for clap. You know, big old honkers and hat, and has blonde hair, and she does
Right.
whatever I ask. You're not gonna get that.
Why not?
Well, for a couple of reasons. One, everybody that wants a person to do everything for them, especially in this generation, or in with this kind of generation, in this dating age, it takes more than one person to be able to commit into a relationship. I mean, it's been a fact for a long time. It takes two people to be into a relationship. Not one person can do everything for the relationship to make it survive. You
No,
have
you can be one person. Your hand and yourself.
Okay, we're talking about in a relationship.
That is a
Your hand
relationship.
in yourself.
I have a relationship with my hand.
No, you got a relationship
Best
with something
best sex
else.
I've ever had. You know.
You got a relationship with that one girl, so. But it's, no matter no matter how I say this, there's going to be comments saying that's not true. They're going to fact check
That's not
me.
true.
So I know there's a better way to say this, but this is how I want to say it. At the end of it, the more you want in a person, is there's going to be stuff you're going to figure out that you don't like from that kind of stuff. People that see a person that is, oh, she's the right height, right hair color, right attitude, willing to do anything for me. But wait, there's a hidden thing. Oh, there
There's a catch.
there's a yeah, there's a catch. So yes,
There's a
they do
catch.
everything I ask, but now they give me attitude, or they sit there and complain that I don't do much. There's always a catch to what you prefer, and everyone wants the perfect person. There's no such thing as a perfect person.
But yeah, there is.
No, there is not. There's flaws in everybody, and
No.
I've learned that from the years I've been doing, or been living.
Let's say
Nobody's
you're
perfect.
doing what?
There's nobody perfect, and people that say they are, they're not. I'm a perfect
Damn.
person. I have never cheated on a test. I have never cheated on a person. If they say that,
I've never cheated on a person.
well, I'm saying, if they come up to you and you go, "What are your flaws?" and you go, "Oh, I never cheated on a test. I never cheated on a person. Uh, I don't hurt animals." There's something in that they're lying about. It's like two truths and a lie, or one truth and two lies. They try to show off their personality of what a person wants to see. That way they can get together and get to know this person, and as they get comfortable, they release the gate. After that point, it's just that. It's just the gate will come down. They'll start showing you what the fake face. You can put a picture of the person in front of them. That's the person you're seeing, and that's how they're acting because they want to make sure they can stay with you.
Never what?
Huh? But if they, it's like having a mask on. If you they have a mask on, they're saying all the right things to make you go, "Ooh, I'm interested." And then as you get more comfortable with them, they slowly take off the mask. You start seeing stuff that you're like, "Ooh, I'm not sure," and that's how it's a catch. No matter what, it's going to be a catch when it comes to a relationship. The only thing you can do about it is, are you wanting to work through that? I swore I just saw like a little light go like that. But anyway, might have been a reflection of something.
You're seeing ghosts now?
Apparently. Uh, but that's how.
Yeah. I'm with that. He's seeing ghosts. He's lost it.
But it's always a catch. The only thing you can do as a person is if when you get into a situation, uh, where you're like, this person told me this, this, and this, and I've seen fuck off, and now I'm seeing some stuff that I'm not liking. It's, are you wanting to be with this person? If you are, you got to talk about it. Bring it up. It's going to be a hard conversation, but if you don't talk about it, that relationship won't work. If you talk about it and you don't think it's going to work, well, then you tried. And
Somewhat.
this goes for man and female because it's not just one person. You both parties need to talk about their
It's
problem.
usually always the woman's fault.
Damn,
Wow.
you're
Did
trying
you
to get
just
it
say that?
canceled.
Wait, you just say it's always the woman's fault?
Pretty much.
Well, from
How do
your
you figure?
experience,
How? No, no, no. How do you figure it's always the woman's fault?
Because they will always say that it's the man's fault.
I gotta agree with you there. There's accountability. There's accountability that doesn't happen for most. I'm gonna say most of the times, accountability does not happen there. I'm just gonna say that. That's honestly, because most of the times, we get beat down as men. But I'm not bashing on women. I'm just saying that most of the time, most women don't take accountability um, for the relationship ending. They they say the man does.
a
I
lot of
mean,
a lot of people just don't know how to talk about their relationship problems to their partners, and that's what I think kind of hurts the relationship. Uh, I know a lot of guys that do try to talk about the situation. The girls just go, "I don't care. I don't want to talk about it."
Typical woman.
Bro. But I also do know some guys that their woman comes up to them and goes, "Hey, I want to talk about this, and because there's a problem, I think we should be adjusting, or there's a situation that I think we need to talk about." And the guy goes, "I don't care," and it's should have clipped that for a sound. Let's put that in the soundboard. Uh, there and anytime the two or the three guys I've heard say that. Okay, that's fine. The two to
yeah.
three guys that told me, yeah, I just told her I don't care. I said she's trying to communicate, and he goes, well, I just didn't want to talk. I said, well, then tell her. Look, right now I'm mad. let's talk about this in a couple hours, or hey, let's talk about this in the morning or when I come home from work. I said, you do that. I said, you're not telling me you don't want to talk about it. You're pausing this. You're pausing the moment. You're putting it for when you come home from work. I said,
Yeah, but most women don't want to talk about it after. They want to talk about it now, and if you don't talk to them about it now, then it just doesn't get talked about, and then it builds up inside them, and they're mad at you because that's what women do.
but men also do it.
True. Damn.
There's like I said, it's not one party. It's two
Uh,
parties.
uh,
I've known multiple men that won't talk about a situation because they just don't want the argument.
no, some men don't. Actually, a lot of men don't talk about situations because that's the way we're uh made to be. We are told that women don't give a shit about our feelings or how we care and shit like that. And if you express your feelings to that your significant other, you're weak, and they see you differently.
But the only
Because
way
women
we can
don't
change it, the
find
only
a guy
way that can change is if we change
feelings
it.
is attractive. Women don't find a guy that expresses their feelings attractive.
Not necessarily. There are women out there that want to hear how a guy is doing. We have been taught as kids that you never say how you feel. The only way we can do, the only way that can change to where women can or want the person is to start changing. And I know there's guys that are like, fuck that. There's no point. But I mean, everyone thinks. I mean, I'm called an asshole almost every fucking day that I'm here. I'm an ass. I know I am. But when
Because
it
you're
comes, I know it.
That's
But
because you're an asshole. I
exactly.
mean,
I
shit,
know it.
like, I mean, hell, you get called an asshole because
I'm
you're
an
an asshole all
ass.
the time.
I am an asshole. I know I am.
Like they called you an asshole all the time. I mean, shit. What happened? He's an asshole. Just is what it is.
If it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, and quacks like a
Quack
duck,
like a duck.
duck.
It must be a duck.
Exactly.
It must be
If
a
it looks
duck.
like an asshole, talks like an asshole,
I
and
am
is
an
an
It's an
asshole.
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 It is an asshole.
And
Like shit.
that's where all if we could get a voice to be able to say, "Hey, look, we got to talk
You want
about
a
this."
voice? You want a voice?
Hold on, I'm taking my pants off.
Oh, good thing
You
his
want a
camera's
picture,
not
Alex?
on. No, I don't.
I know.
I can
It's
turn my
like, yo,
camera on.
your camera is not
No,
on.
no.
Like he's like, I'm taking my pants off. Like what? Like who needs to hear
Oh,
that?
and he
Like,
puts his camera on.
you
Want
still.
to take my pants off?
No, turn off your camera.
I guess how do I flip this around?
Oh God.
It's the only guy that I know that just doesn't have a shame body in. I mean,
Oh
Tyler.
shit! Oh shit!
doesn't have a.
That was a struggle, dude. You know I got shorts on.
I know.
Oh shit! Hold on.
He's like, I got shirts on.
I always wear shorts underneath my pants.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't wear underwear actually.
Well, that's all in the world now.
Yeah, that's just out there. Like what the?
Okay. This is why Alex has a hard time trying to say shit about me because I put everything out there. So
Yeah, you
doesn't.
talk about me defending myself, Blaze, and it's just like I can't. Because anytime I try, it's just this motherfucker's already put it out there, so I can't do shit.
What you gonna do? Make fun of me?
Oh, there's one thing I can do. You lost to the Panthers, bitch.
Oh
Ah,
wow. Oh,
he lost to the Panthers.
Yeah.
what's your record again?
My record is right now 6-4.
What was mine?
You were 9-1.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Yeah, but who's going to the Super Bowl, baby?
Oh, what was my record again?
It don't matter about your record. I'm going to the Super Bowl, bitch.
What was my record again?
I will admit, you have the best record in our
Okay.
league so far.
Okay. Yep.
In
Telling
the
you.
league.
Yep. Which,
Telling you.
for people that are
I mean,
watching this on Twitch,
is is that league for wussies?
I
It's the league for people with small penises.
You would have said that for real. That is without a doubt just
that's
you.
something Tyler would say.
Yeah, it's just like that's
Blazing,
automatic.
do you need the link for Discord to send it to your buddy?
I
No, I think I just copied the invite, so I already got.
I
I I already got it.
I've always wanted to get a Ram 1500. I want to lift it, get a 10-inch
Okay.
lift on it. On the side of it, I'm gonna get it, like a big decal that says douchemobile, and then I'm going to have one of those things that say 1-incher club.
You know, I honestly thought you were about to say you're about to have it on the side of that joint that says big balls.
Oh no. No, I'll get that fucking that little testicle thing that people hang on the back of their trucks over the trailer hitch.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll get one
like
of those.
big balls. Like, what you got? Big balls. Like, I seen some of those stuff, and I'm like, does that really, like, would people really do that joint? It's like,
Well,
yeah,
what I
big
find
balls.
funny is the
Your
people
face.
that put like a ball sack on
He
their trailer
said
hitch.
your face.
That's what I was just talking about.
It's stupid. What I really hate is the squatters.
I was just talking about that.
You hate the squatters.
So stupid.
Why the squatters? Why the squatters?
Why do you want a 6-inch lift in the front end, and then you want like a two, or you want to go two down on the freaking rear, so your truck is like this.
That's because that's what they want though. Shoot. I mean, me personally,
You
I don't
buy
want
a
my
truck to haul stuff, to use, just, or you just want one, or you're doing some other towing shit. You just buy a truck to make it look like this.
Who says there's a rule in having a truck? You can't just own a
right.
truck to own a truck.
You can
You
have
just
a
own
truck
a
to
truck.
have a truck, but I don't understand why you squat it. It doesn't make you look cool. It makes you look like you're dyslexic. You forgot to go do the back end.
You just mad 'cause people have money to do that and you don't.
I would never do that to my truck. Oh
You would never do that to your truck.
no, I would not do that.